Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to use a picture of the drawing and use it as a reference to create a vector drawing for your avatar. So you can see I've opened a picture of the drawing that I've done with you during the class session in my Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to make it smaller a bit to fit on the artboard in my file. If you want to hold the proportions tight, use Ctrl or Command Shift to lock the proportions. I'm going to have my image on the one layer. I'm going to change it to make it easier for me to see where my image is. I'm also going to lock this image so I don't have any changes on that layer. So you can see now I cannot edit anything in the layer. In the layers menu on the bottom, you can create another layer. So my photo is locked, and the layer 2, that's where I'm going to work. You can see that they are separate, and I can simply switch the view on and off while working. To recreate this image, you're going to use a mixture of simple shapes and custom shapes created via pen tool, and you are going to use the sketch that you've created as a reference. That means that you can change your design and update it to make it much more to your liking. So start with a basic layout of the shape of your avatar, whatever you're drawing. I like to create my drawings without a fill, just with the outline, so I can easily see my initial sketch underneath while I'm creating my design. And after I've got quite a few elements already inputted in, then I usually start adding colors. The benefit of working on one layer and having your picture of another layer is that you can switch between actually seeing that initial sketch and hiding it. So it's going to be easier for you to change your design. Also, it's going to be easier for you when you're adjusting your anchor points and making your work a bit cleaner. When you've got few elements in, you can start adding colors and start adding more details to your vector drawing. Don't be afraid to change your initial design. It's just a rough idea. Change it. If you don't like something, make it different. I've changed my mouth here on that little avatar. I didn't like that first initial mouth. Add more details if you still got the time, but remember, this is an exercise. You don't have to make this work perfect. I'm expecting you to spend around 20 minutes building that avatar. I've spent around 15 minutes creating my avatar here, so a tiny bit longer than me should be better. A few points that maybe you should consider is think about what you're doing with the strokes. In my design, I've decided I will have strokes on the outlines and a few key elements, but other elements are going to have hidden strokes. So for example, in my mouth and the nose of my little teddy bear, they don't have strokes. I'm also building my hair here on a separate layer. To make it much easier for me, I can build it on top and then just move the layer underneath and hide the edges. Treat it as a fun exercise. As long as you practice using pen tool and simple shapes, I'm happy with it. When you finish and you're happy with your design, you can go to the art board and make it a bit smaller so it fits your drawing. You should also export this vector graphic as a JPEG. You can do it from File, Export, choose JPEG. Save it somewhere where you can find it easily and use artboards when you're exporting your file. You can see that there is quite a lot of different settings you can change if you want. So that's it, and I hope that you've enjoyed this exercise.